course, this is a new stream, so we've got to log into the new stream so I can find it. Yeah, we'll have to. Can you just tell them it's a new stream? Yeah. Well, can you log in first? See. Oh, wait a minute. There's some people already on there. Let's see. Can anybody hear me? Anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Sound working okay? Is it? Oh, what for that? Oh, perhaps I should have just restarted my computer. Right. Can you go on to the original then, Ange? If you're on the original chat. Yes, thank you for that. Oh, is it? No, people can hear me, so at long last, I need to tell everybody we're on a new stream though, so if anybody's still on the old stream, still on the old chat, can we tell everybody I've just restarted a new stream? Now that's weird, that. I will make sure. Is it loud enough and everything okay? Oh, I'm so sorry everybody, it's been an absolute disaster. Don't tell PRS. I like that, yeah. Don't tell PRS. Don't tell the Quizzy Rascals. Let's not tell the Famous Five, just in case. Well, it looks like tonight's quiz is going to be going on a bit later than we thought. I've got to let everybody log on, so can we have you found the new live stream, Ange? Yes? Oh, that's fair enough. Yes, there's a picture. Welcome back, Lisa. Sorry, everybody. Right, let's just see who is joining us. Anyone has managed to rejoin the quiz. We've got Graham Griffith, so that's good news. We've got Ian Anthony James, obviously from Don Quixote. We've got Andrew Lewis and James. We've got Sarah's managed to join us. Martin's managed to join us. Sarah says, come on, let's go, let's go. Right, Lisa Lusky, welcome back. Pick a Mixer here, Squeaky Bob's here. Hello, Neil and Tracy, glad to have you back. Home Alone Sixer here. God knows what went wrong. I should have just rebooted the bloody computer in the first place. God dear, I was ready to kick it out the window. But, you know, they always say, don't they, why not just restart a piece of apparatus and deaf, not dead. Right, yes, well, we could have done, I was thinking of signing all the questions to you, but I don't know how to do sign language, which wouldn't have helped at all, but never mind. Right then, I'll just, can we get any way we can get on the old chat at all? Is it still there? Or has it disappeared? No, because of course, as soon as I switch it off, it disappears. I'm just hoping we can get a number of people back. Just Coop with us for Don Quixote tonight. We've got Ann Anderson's here. We've got Michelle's just joined us from Crick. I'm so sorry about this, absolute disaster, because we're up to 75 people doing the quiz. We've now got 30, but never mind. Slowly but surely, hopefully we can get a few more on. Now, we're going to have a start time. If we said 1:45, that gives us another 8 minutes for people to get logged on. Pinky and Perky are still here. Well, it was great to see you last night anyway, Pinky and Perky. Let's hope we can get a few more people back online. Sif Cornway, he's got problems getting back in. Well, if he goes to any of the what does he need to do? Let's have a think. The actual, not quite sure how we'll get a link on there. How do we do a link? Can I post a link? I might be able to. I'll find it hard enough to do anything. I don't know about posting a link. It must be that. Of course, it's different when you're viewing and when you're watching, isn't it? Thanks for a lovely point. Oh, sorry. Yes, we had a good drink last night. We had a few, that's for sure, but never mind. Right, everybody, slowly but surely, people are beginning to get back online. So go to PV 1957. There's a screen saying live. Yes, that's what people have got to do. So go to. That's right. If they go to my YouTube channel, of course, I'm speaking to everybody that's actually logged in. It's those that haven't logged in, really, isn't it? I don't know how we pass the word, but never mind. Yes, I just sent Sif a message saying that. Excellent, good. Put it on your Facebook page. Yes, that's a good idea. Let's do that. Facebook. And I'll put it on my Facebook page. Social Facebook. Here we go. Do you want to do it for me, Liz? What's on your mind? Log into. Just got back in, but my computer was throwing a wobbly all of its own. It must be right. For tonight's quiz. Tonight's quiz. Go to UE 1957 and click on the screen. The screen saying live quiz. Go. Of course. Good evening from Steve Hills and Private Dexter, second class. Well, great to see you, Steve. Leslie's managed to get back in. We're back up to 37, so about half of you have got back in. Such a shame, but never mind. Look, such a good quiz tonight as well. Perhaps I should keep it for another night, but never mind. I wonder who else we can get back in. Well, back up to 38. More and more people are beginning to join us now. So maybe they. I should have said before we closed it down. You always need to just go back into my Facebook page. For all of you that haven't just shared or put me on the favourites page, you just need to type in my YouTube channel and click, click not member, join or something. You've just got to join, and it will always send you updates and all this kind of malarkey. So, yeah, you just subscribe. There's a subscribe button, and all you do is subscribe to the YouTube channel. And away we go. So I'm going to give it another 4 minutes and then we'll get going. All right, we're back up to nearly 40 teams now. So as I say, we had about 70 of us raring to go and whatever else, which is such a shame, but never mind. And hopefully people may find us even. Oh, we're back up. Yes, we're slowly but surely getting above 40 now. So I have no idea what happened. I'm very sorry, everybody. I used the computer the other night to do a quiz, the Rugby Might and Hospice quiz, and I had to change some audio settings, but for some reason I figured that it was that, and I was trying to muck about. Famous Five are signing in, good old Famous Five, that's what I like to see. Have we got the Rugby Rotary Club back in yet, or Quizzy Rascals joined us? PRS, I trust, are here now, because I think Matthew's saying, yes, they must be here, because they're already sorted. Well, what a week it's been, he says, Naomi, and that's all I need. Power generation today, Matthew, was fair to middling. It was good this morning until we got until about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, when the clouds came over and suddenly it started getting worse again. But never mind, managed to get a good bit of charge in the car, so to speak. And yes, however, the sun has its advantages and disadvantages. This morning, my wife pointed out that all the windows that the sun was shining through looked very dirty indeed. And so she had me up there cleaning all the blooming windows this morning just because of the sun was making them look dirty. So sometimes it's best not to have the sun shining through the windows, but never mind. Right, tonight's quiz. Let's just go through tonight's quiz and tell you what we're doing. We'll start off with round number 1, of course, Sunday the 11th. Round number 2 will be entitled Food and Drink Round. I know most people like a food and drink round. Round number 3 is a straightforward trivia trail. Round number 4 is a TV and films round. Some people seem to think we don't have enough TV and films, so I thought I'd throw it in for a change. Then we have an initial letter link where we take the first 9 answers and I ask you to rearrange the initial letters to spell out a 9-letter word. And finally, some pretty tricky general trivia just to polish you all off and find out the good and the bad and the ugly, so to speak, at the end, but never mind. Silent movie round. Yes, that would have been, I could have done a silent movie. Turned it into black and white as well, couldn't we? But never mind. Well, I'm so sorry about my computer playing up. Perhaps I should have just considered rebooting it in the first place. because we may well have lost a few people tonight. Well, we have lost a few people, which is a shame, but never mind. I hope they'll rejoin us again another night and we'll go from there. But there's still one or two people signing in even now. So, as I say, I'll leave it until 1:45, then we'll get going. So just another minute, and then we'll get going with the quiz. Now, last week's winners, we had a very tight tussle at the top, so to speak. I've got, in no particular order, we had PRS. Well, there is a particular order. PRS were the winners last week on 59 points. Very good score. We had the Quizzy Rascals on 58 points. They were closely followed by the Rugby Rotary Club on 55 points. And then we had the Famous Five on 54 points. We had a number of other teams split the difference from 53.5. And then we had the Ridgeways and Sif Leslie Barrett on 53 points. So it was a pretty close affair last week. And hopefully tonight will also be an equally close affair. So for all of you that make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, because if we ever have a technical issue or a technical fault and I have to go through what we've gone through tonight, and we're already 15 minutes late starting this quiz, then you need to be able to just click on the Pewey 1957, and unfortunately you'll get my ugly face on a different feed than the one that was sent to you earlier, but never mind. So it's good evening from me and Lydia, and I think without further ado, we've got 45 back up and running, so that's not too bad a target. We did have 70 of you, so I've lost a few, which is such a shame. But if you those people that do manage to get back in a little while, I'm sure they can join and catch up with the quiz anyway. So without further ado, let me just open my point. Better get the quiz open and running, then we can get going with everything. Dear. I was nearly having heart failure with that damn thing, but never mind. There's nothing worse than when technology throws you a curveball and lets you down, but never mind. Right, I'm just starting Word up. Let's get the document out. Well, let's see whether this has failed now. Whether the quiz is still there. Right, we're lucky. Oh, yes. Welcome back, it said. That was Microsoft Word. It just said, welcome back to me. 30 minutes late, by the way. Oh, are we? Yes, it was supposed to be 1:15. You're right. We're half hour. We are here. So the Quizzy Rascals have found us. Well played, the Quizzy Rascals. Good. Right then, let's get going with the quiz, and we'll see how we're all faring. Yes, we've got 47 teams back up and running now, and they can, of course, catch up. So if we take the first round fairly leisurely, and then I'll pick up the pace to try and make up for a bit of lost time. So question number 1, are we ready? Eyes down, look in. Which motor manufacturer? This has got to start with the letter S, as remember we're spelling out the word Sunday, followed by the 11th. So which motor manufacturer produces models such as the Swift, the Vitara, and the Ignis? I think it's the Ignis, it's a new one. So which motor manufacturer produces models such as the Swift, the Vitara, and the Ignis? Starting with the letter S, couldn't be too tricky to get you going tonight. God, yeah, I need a bit of beer to settle my nerves now. Question number 2, starting with the letter U, which makes this one a lot easier than it sounds. Tashkent is the largest city and capital of which Central Asian country, which, along with Liechtenstein, is one of only 2 doubly landlocked countries? Which I didn't say when they changed to that question, really. Question number 2 again. Tashkent is the largest city and capital of which Central Asian country, which, along with Liechtenstein, is one of only 2 doubly landlocked countries? Question number 3, starting with the letter N, which makes it a bit easier. Voiced by Moira Kelly in the film The Lion King, who was the best friend and later mate of Simba? So voiced by Moira Kelly in the film The Lion King, who was the best friend and later mate of Simba? Okay, no helping your mother with that one. Good. How are we doing for people? Anybody else joined us? Oh yes, we've got 50 people joined us, so that's pretty good. Right, question number 4. Which Australian wind instrument is played with continuously vibrating lips to produce a continuous drone while using a special breathing technique called circular breathing? So which Australian wind instrument is played with continuously vibrating lips to produce a continuous drone while using a special breathing technique called circular breathing? It's an interesting one. Beginning to calm down now. Beginning to calm down. Question number 5. By what name is the Welsh television presenter best known for co-presenting the BBC One magazine programme The One Show, better known? So it's a 2-word name I'm after, not a 3-word name. Well done, Mike. Mike's in. So by what name is the Welsh television presenter best known for co-presenting the BBC One magazine programme The One Show, better known? Hi, Mike. Well logged in. You managed to find us in the end then. All the questions are down, obviously, in the right-hand column. I'll give all those teams that have joined a bit late. Obviously, it's a bit tricky to get yourselves logged in. But never mind. And sorry, that presenter, I was just after a 2-word name I'm after. It's what she's known as. Question number 6, starting with the letter Y. What one word can precede the words jacket, hammer, and go after the word bright? Sorry. So what one word can precede the words jacket and hammer and go after the word bright? Starting with a Y can't be that tricky, surely. Could be. Question number 7 is a proper trivia question. Starting with a 1, it's a 2-digit answer which helps. What is the minimum number of number clues required to complete a proper Sudoku with only one possible solution? So in other words, how many numbers do you have? What's the minimum number of numbers that have to be on a Sudoku puzzle to complete a proper Sudoku puzzle with only one possible solution? That might seem a bit of a daft question, but if you reduce the number further, there are then multiple possible solutions. Question number 8, which also starts with the number 1. In what year of the 20th century was the 35th President of the United States, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, assassinated? I'm sure some of you will remember that. So in what year of the 20th century was the 35th President of the United States, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, assassinated? Question number 9, starting with the letter T. What one-word name goes before say AO to give the name of a single that reached number 1 on the UK singles charts for 2 weeks in December 1997? So what one-word name goes before say AO to give the name of a single that reached number 1 on the UK singles charts for 2 weeks in December 1997. That was me nearly singing, but not attempting to, really. It's probably easier to read it. Oh, you've missed the word say. It's say AO. Never mind. Sure. And finally, question number 10, starting with the letter H. On the TV show The Munsters, what is the first name of the character who is married to Lily Munster? So on the TV show The Munsters, what is the first name of the character who is married to Lily Munster. There we go. So that's the end of round one. Oh, we've got a couple more teams managed to join us, so well done them. There's probably a few others who have given it a write-off for tonight, which is a bit of a shame, but never mind. Right, they were some tricky questions. Well, one was a tricky question. One was proper silly trivia, but never mind. So yes, what was the joke? I didn't see any. I wasn't reading when I was trying to fix my computer. I wasn't reading any of the chat, but apparently they were saying that there were some more bread jokes going about. Apparently, I expect you've been saving them up all week. So did we have any good bread jokes or not? Okay, let's do some marking. I don't think we're going to get any other teams joining us now. I think they've just given it up as a bad job, which I don't blame them. So question number one, of course, the motor manufacturer I was after was Suzuki. Number two was Uzbekistan, that Central Asian country. Number three, best friend and mate of Simba was Nala. Well done if you got Nala. Number four, of course, was a didgeridoo. Number five was Alex Jones. Now, if you're a real smart ass, you know that wasn't her first name. Her first name is Charlotte Alex Jones, but she is better known as Alex Jones. Number six, the one word that precedes the words jacket and hammer and goes after the word bright is yellow, as in yellow jacket, yellow hammer, and bright yellow, of course. Number seven was the tricky one. What's the minimum number of clues required to complete a proper Sudoku with only one possible solution? That's 17 numbers. 17 numbers. Number eight, it was 1963, the November of. Number nine, the one word name that goes before say AO was Teletubbies, say AO, to give you that silly number one hit single. And number 10, of course, it was Herman Munster we're after. Herman Munster. Well done if you got Herman. Right then, I'm not expecting many 10s there because of the very tricky one about the Sudoku puzzles, but let's see how many 9s or 10s we've got. Well, we've got Michelle Stadium with a 9, we've got Steve Farnham with an 8, we've got Jill Pugh with a 7, we've got Squeaky Bob with a 9. Pinky and Perky said they've got 8, we've got Leslie Barrett on 7, the famous 5 are on 9. We've got perhaps we should have stayed with the silent version. I like that one. Yeah, I'll see if I can do some miming next week, but never mind. Andrew Lewis with an 8, Pick a Mix with a 9, Don Quixote with an 8, we've got PRS with a 9, Home Alone 6 with a 9, Anne Anderson with a 9, Graham Gifford with a 7, Russell Anstey with a 9. Welcome, Russell. Chris Mead split the difference on 10. Lisa Lasky on a 10. I think that was good guesses there. 7 for the Yorkies. Well done, the Yorkies. We've got 10 for Paula Lewis and the Quizzy Rascals. Pinky and Perky, we have support from Liverpool tonight. Excellent. That's what you need. Mike Yates is on a 7. Well done, Mike. Right then, round number 2 tonight is entitled Food and Drink. Food and Drink, straightforward round. No catch questions here, I don't think. Well, there might be, but we'll see as we get on there. So, we've also got Footy Fox 86, also on 7 points. Well played them. I don't know how many times I've apologised for the cock-up earlier tonight, but never mind. It's put us back a bit, so I better get on with this quiz quickly. Right then, here we go. Food and Drink, round number 2. Question number 1. Which dairy food company has a name that is the most common surname in Germany? So which dairy food company has a name that is the most common surname in Germany? And it's not Heinz, but it could have been. I'm just trying to get myself a tin of beer. God knows what this is. Some dark mild, I'll see this. Jono. Question number 2. Originally known for its tinned corned beef, which food brand is named after a port in Uruguay where its products were originally processed and packaged? So, originally known for its tinned corned beef, which food brand is named after the port in Uruguay where its products were originally processed and packaged? So, Come on, who's got a funny joke then? Any silly jokes tonight? Question number 3. Oh, this is a good one. Straight off the chase from the other week. Catalogued as BWV211, which classical composer wrote the Coffee Cantata circa 1735? It's a tricky one, isn't it? So catalogued as BWV211, which gives it away if you know what that is. Which classical composer wrote the Coffee Cantata circa 1735? Question number 4, named after the producing areas in the provinces of Parma and Reggio Emilia, what is a hard, granular cheese that is produced from cow's milk and aged for up to 3 years? So, named after the producing areas in the provinces of Parma and Reggio Emilia, what is a hard, granular cheese that is produced from cow's milk and aged for up to 3 years? Question number 5. Which company decided to merge their White Dream chocolate with the Standard Flake to create, quote, utter perfection in a little bar, which they subsequently called Snowflake? That's the name of the company I'm after. So which company decided to merge their White Dream chocolate with the Standard Flake to create, quote, utter perfection in a little bar, which they subsequently called Snowflake? Not around anymore, apparently. Question number 6. Which of the following foodstuffs was named after a person rather than a place? I'll give you the choice. Was it nachos, jalapenos, or Tabasco? So question 6 again. Which of the following foodstuffs was named after a person rather than a place? I'll give you the choice. Is it nachos, jalapenos, or Tabasco? It's an interesting question. This is one I should know. That's a good old dark beer. Thwaites, a Champion Dark Mild. Question number 7. Held annually in Munich, what is the name of the world's largest beer festival? So held annually in Munich, what is the name of the world's largest beer festival? God knows what they're going to do this year. I don't know. Question number 8. What is the main ingredient of a Pontefract cake, the growing of which was done on plots of land behind people's houses, apparently? So question number 8. What is the main ingredient of a Pontefract cake, even, the growing of which was done on plots of land behind people's houses? Are you all keeping up? Good. Question number 9. Often depicted as conferring longevity or immortality upon whoever consumed it, what was known as the food of the gods in Greek mythology? That's why I drink so much of it. I mean, eat so much of it. whatever. They're often depicted as conferring longevity or immortality upon whoever consumed it. What was known as the food of the gods in Greek mythology? Yes, quite. Well done, Leslie, quite. Quite tasty for a dark mile, that. And finally, question number 10, a bit more tricky, but I'm sure most quizzes will get this one. What type of Cornish pie features fish heads sticking through the crust so that they appear to be looking upwards? So what type of Cornish pie features fish heads sticking through the crust so that they appear to be looking upwards? It's an interesting one. And there we have it. That's 10 questions on something to do with food. Or is it just food? Or was there any drink in there? I don't know. It was just a food round. We all like a good food round, don't we? It makes me feel hungry. Not. I'm sure it's probably quite nice, actually, Leslie. I'm sure it's perfect. Perfectly good. Right then, as we are a bit tied for time, let's just whip through those answers again. I don't think we need much thinking about those. There's not much you've got to work out. So question 1, the dairy food company I was after was called Muller, which is also the most common surname in Germany. Number 2 was Fray Bentos, that port of Uruguay, Fray Bentos. Number 3, catalogued as BWV. Well, that gave it away. That stands for Bark Works Catalogue, apparently, in German. So it was J.S. Bach, of course, who wrote it. It was also the year that kind of gave it away, the Coffee Cantata, J.S. Bach. Number 4, that cheese I was after was Parmesan. Number 5 was Cadbury's, of course, the dream chocolate, apparently utter perfection in a little bar. Number 6, which of the foodstuffs was named after a person rather than a place? Well, it was nachos that was named after a person. Nachos, well done if you got that. Number 7, held annually in Munich, what is the world's largest beer festival? That's Oktoberfest. Number 8, the Pontefract cake comes, of course, it's licorice. I was after licorice. Number 9, often depicted as conferring longevity or immortality. The food of the gods was known as ambrosia. And finally, number 10, that Cornish pie is called stargazy pie because they're looking up at the stars, of course. Stargazy pie, so well done with that one. Right, I am expecting 1 or 2 10s on that round, but maybe not. We'll see. So let's have some scores in. We've got Leslie Barrett straight in. Sif with a 17. Famous 5 with a 19. Well done, the famous 5. Sarah was on with a 17. Robin will imagine eating tinned rice pudding every day. Yes, well, I could do. Home Alone 6 on 19. Well done, Steve Marndon. Julian Dexter on 17. We got Michelle on 18. We got Mike Yates on 16. Footy Fox 86 on 14. Martin Davis is on 15. Anne Anderson's on 18. Jill Hughes on 16. We've got Don Gazzotti on 18. Grant Givers on 15. PRS are on 19 points. Well done then. Georgia Lambert and the Yorkies. Well logged in again, the Yorkies, by the way. You've done very well to find us again on 11. Squeaky Bob on 18. Pigamix on 17. Pinky and Perky are doing well on 17. Team UK USA on 20. Half hour break helped. Well done. Split the difference are also on 20. We've got Andrew Lewis on 15. The Quizzy Rascals are on 19. So it's all to play for there. Have we got any other scores to come on in? Any more scores to come on in? Very well played, everybody, so far. There's some cracking scores there. There's not many people that are far behind. What? No, there's a different one. Anyway, right. Round number 3 is called the Trivia Trail. A Trivia Trail, where the last letter of your first answer is the first letter of your next answer. So we get to number 10. The last letter of number 10 is the first letter of number 1. Manchester Mob, we are late, and I'm so sorry. It's one of those. It was me that mucked up, but Yes, do feel free to join in from now on. You can just score your rounds. Score your rounds. Oh, we are like, well, yeah, everybody's like tonight. Right, here we go then. Round number 3 is a trivia trial. Trivia trial. So, question number 1, what word can go after the words ivy, different, and rugby? So, what one word can go after the words ivy, different, and rugby? Oh, Paul and Trish have 20 so far. Excellent. So why aren't they putting their scores on? Don't they know how to score on the keyboard, I suppose, or have they not got chat up on their keyboard? They haven't got Anthony tonight. That's the problem, isn't it? I hope you're not sharing any questions with them or answers with them, Carol. They've done well to get 20 so far. Right, so question number 1 again. What one word can go after the words ivy, different, and rugby? I can't get the chat working. The chat TV working. Oh, well, chat. That's what I meant, yeah. That's fine. Question number 2. What was, now remember to take the last letter of your first answer, it's the first letter of this one. What was the unit of currency that was historically used in Portugal and its colonies? So what was the unit of currency that was historically used in Portugal and its colonies? Actually, Ridgway did very well last week. Anthony Ridgway and Paul and Trish, they were on 53 points last week. So they were in 7th equal place with Leslie Barrett. So very good close show there. Question number 3. Remember to take the last letter of your previous answer. It's the first letter of this one. Literally, meaning scented in Spanish. What is a fortified sherry made by oxidative aging? So literally, meaning scented in Spanish. What is a fortified sherry made by oxidative aging? I presume that just means letting oxygen get to it, which normally puts most stuff off. Never mind. In this case, it makes it smell better, I suppose. Question number 4. What is a city in central Florida which is home to more than a dozen theme parks, including Walt Disney World? So question 4 again. What is a city in central Florida that is home to more than a dozen theme parks, including Walt Disney World? Been there a few times. Very nice. Except the roads are too straight. And don't go down the Boggy Creek Road, whatever you do. Question number 5. I'm sure most of you get this one. What colour piece of pie would you collect if you were to answer a sport and leisure question correctly in the game of Trivial Pursuit? So what colour piece of pie would you collect if you were to answer a sport and leisure question correctly in the game of Trivial Pursuit? I don't know that's actually. I can't remember how to play it. I remember all the colours. Can't remember whether you've got to land on a space before you can actually do that, but never mind. Now then, I brewed a new beer last week on Thursday, which is in the fermenters, made with, it's kind of fairly light. It's going to be about 3.5%, made with Mosaic American hops. But I need a name for it. So if anybody fancies to naming a beer, our last one was Trump's Toxic Tipple. So we've had Boris's Blonde suggested. So there's Spitting something or other. What do we? Spitting Dimage, yes, something like that. Question number 6. Question Johnson's Folly. Question number 6. Matthew Simmons was the unfortunate recipient of a kung fu kick, but which French actor, philosopher, and former footballer was it landed by? Tricky argument. So Matthew Simmons was the unfortunate recipient of a kung fu kick, but which French actor, philosopher, and former footballer was it landed by? And quite rightly so. It was a Crystal Palace fan, you know. They deserve kung fu kicks most of the time, to be fair. I mean, who in their right mind to be a Crystal Palace fan, for heaven's sakes? Oh, sorry, I've given it away. Question number, so that's a two-word answer, by the way. So take the last letter of his surname, and it's the first letter of this one. Question number 7. What is a small family car that has been built by Vauxhall since 1979? It was their first model to have front-wheel drive. Eagles. Should be cooler. Sounds too much like seagulls to me. So what is a small family car that has been built by Vauxhall since 1979? It was their first model to have front-wheel drive. Are there some weird noises? It's probably me rattling around with a beer. Try this. Does that sound like a weird noise? Yeah, seagulls are Brighton, you're right. I remember watching Brighton versus Manchester years ago, in the 70s sometime. Never mind. Right, question number 8. Take the last letter of that model, and it's the first letter of this person's name. Question number 8. This would help if you watched a certain TV series with this one, but never mind. Leopold I, King of Belgium, arranged the marriage of his nephew to his niece in 1840. What was his nephew's first name? There are electrical whooshing sounds. No, there's no sound in here. It's absolutely quiet. So that is being... Don't think so. I'll put the phone over there. Don't think it's that. Sorry if there's electrical whooshing sounds, everybody. It sounds like everything's against us tonight, but never mind. So Leopold I, King of Belgium, arranged the marriage of his nephew to his niece in 1840. What was his nephew's first name? Question number 9 may help you with that one. Said to be the birthplace of the Incas, which lake is considered to be the highest navigable waterway in the world? Yeah, there is a bit of fan noise, but it can't be affecting that, can it? If I cover my... I don't even know where the microphone is on this thing. Has that made any difference at all? Never mind. I won't touch anything, it'll all go off again. Right, take the last letter of that lake. It's not constant. Right. And finally, question number 10. Aries and Taurus are the 2 star signs associated with which month of the year? And if you take that month, the last letter of that month will take you back, hopefully. I'll check. Oh yes, to number 1, the first letter of number 1. So there we have it. That's your trivia trial. 10 general knowledge questions, where the last letter of each was the first letter of the next, all the way down. So we got to number 10. The last letter of number 10 is first letter of number 1. Manchester man, I'm in Uist and I can't hear it. Well, you probably couldn't hear it from there. We've got somebody from America. I don't suppose they can hear it. Yes, it's probably just local, something to do with it's not constant. Leslie Barrett, you're always having whirring noises, aren't you? Your computer's probably as bad as mine, I expect. That's what it is. I must treat myself to a new laptop sometime, but never mind. This one's been doing splendidly, though. Right then, let's go through the answers to that round and see how we fared. What one word can go after the words Ivy, different, and rugby? Of course, that is league. League. That gave you the E for that unit of currency, which was known as the escudo. The escudo. That gave you the O for the literal meaning of the scented word in Spanish, which was oloroso. And oloroso. Well done if you got that. That in turn gave you the O for the city of Orlando in Florida. That gave you another O for the next one, the Piece of pie, of course, is orange, if you get a sport and leisure question correct. That gave you the E for Eric Cantona, the actor and philosopher. That in turn gave you the A for the Vauxhall Astra. That gave you another A for Albert, of course. It was Albert who married Victoria. Yeah, that's the one. That gave you the T for Lake Titicaca, which in turn gave you the A for April, the month of April. So well done if you got that little lot. There was 10 points up for grabs with that lot. So let's see how we're all faring, whether we're all still in the hunt, so to speak. Peter Robertson and the famous five are on fantastic 29 points. The Yorkers are now moved on to a fantastic 17. We've got Michelle Gibbons on 28. We've got Steve Farnham on 27. Sarah is on 26. We've got Footy Fox 21. Footy Fox 86, sorry, on 21. We've got Jill Pugh on 26. Martin Davis is on 24. PRS 29 points. Andrew Lewis is on 25. We've got Don Quixote on 28. Team UK USA still there or thereabouts on 30 points. Mike Yates on 26, only 24, said Graham Gifford. Oh dear, did you not want to do that? I don't know. Anne Anderson on 27, Picker Mix 26, got Home Alone 6 on 29 points. Squeaky Bob's on 27, Paul Lewis is on 29, split the difference on 30. And Carol Jackson's got the Ridgeway score also on 30 points. Well played, Paul and Trish. Now Anthony tonight I trust, but never mind, Leslie Barrett's on 27. Some very good scores coming in here tonight. So and Pinky and Perky are also on 26 points. So we're all still in the hunt, so to speak. Manchester Mod also on 26 points. Right then, next round, round number 4, TV and films. Might cash 1 or 2 out, but they're not that serious face. Have a listen. Watch back to your feed tomorrow. You should hear the whooshing noise. Yeah. Yes, I will do. Sorry if it's bothering you. I will I'll have a look at that, but it may just be nothing to do with me, my end. I don't know. It's a tricky one. Maybe I've turned the volume up too high, but I don't want to start mucking about with that because it might stop again. Do I sound louder than normal? Just let me know, because I have been fiddling about with the audio settings in a vain attempt to get things working when all I needed to do was restart the computer. Right, here we go then. TV and films. Are we ready? Question number 1. Based on the novel by Jan Martel, which animal features on the theatrical release poster for the 2012 film Life of Pi? So question 1 again. Based on the novel by Jan Martel, which animal features on the theatrical release poster for the 2012 film Life of Pi? I think it's also on the book cover, actually. In fact, it is on the book cover. Question number 2, a bit more filmy. Who played Khan, a genetically engineered superhuman, in the 2013 American science fiction film Star Trek Into Darkness? So who played Khan, a genetically engineered superhuman, in the 2013 American science fiction film Star Trek Into Darkness? And a good film it was. Well, I enjoyed it, if you like that kind of thing. My wife hates science fiction. Question number 3. This is an interesting one for all you would-be professional quizzers. You should all know this one. Which person who died in 1966 has won more Oscars than any other person in history? So which person who died back in 1966 has won more Oscars than any other person in history? As I'm sure you all knew that one, being professional quizzes. Question number 4, what make of car was Lady Penelope's main mode of transport on the TV show Thunderbirds? So question 4 again, what make of car was Lady Penelope's main mode of transport on the TV show Thunderbirds? What's that? Oh, Oh yeah, if you just signed up for BritBox, don't ask why, just to get Spitting Image really, but I got it free for 6 months with EE, which is good. So if you got an EE account, you can get BritBox free for 6 months, which I didn't realise. So it was worth a punt for a few months, but they seem to have an awful lot of stuff on there, I have to say. But we'll see. Question number 5. It's a quote: "Of all the gin joints and all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine," is a quote from which famous film? And a good film it was. I had to sit and watch that on a plane once. Quite enjoyed it. Surprising, some of the old ones. So question 5 again: "Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine," is a quote from which famous film? Question number 6. The Yorkies all think I'm ageist again. They'll say, can't even remember that. They're bound to, but never mind. Question number 6. What was the surname of the brothers Rock and Gravel who drove the Bouldermobile in Wacky Races? So question number 6. What was the surname of the brothers Rock and Gravel who drove the Bouldermobile in Wacky Races? What plane was it? The Tiger was. What's that? You've got there are a number of planes in that film, but I'm not quite sure. I'm trying to think what it means, because I've seen the damn film. She goes off into the sunset at the end after killing somebody. Question number 7. It's a bit more current. The Yorkers will like this one a bit more. What is a British satirical television puppet show created by Peter Fluck, Roger Law, and Martin Lamby Nanny? Which aired on the 3rd of October 2020 for its 19th series. Question number 7 again. So what is a British satirical television puppet show created by Peter Fluck, Roger Law, and Martin Lambineri, which aired on the 3rd of October 2020 for its 19th series? Ageist. Problem is, when you get to my age, George, you can't remember anything. Can't remember anything unless it came from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. There you go. That's what I've got a daughter for. When we get stuck on anything from the any music, that's something I always do in my pub quizzes. Is a couple of music rounds, and unfortunately we can't do them over the air because it appears everything on YouTube is music is copyrighted, so they take it down, which is why I can't do a music round. But never mind. Right, question number 8. Listen carefully, because you might be able to get this even if you don't know the answer. Yeah, I could do a lyrics round. That might be a good idea. Question number 8. You don't get to 500 million friends without making a few enemies, was a tagline used to promote which 2010 film? That was a good film. So question 8 again. You don't get to 500 million friends without making a few enemies, was a tagline used to promote which 2010 film? Yeah, we could do a lyrics round, Paula. I'm always looking for something a bit different, a bit new. She wanted 70s lyrics, did she? Question number 9. Listen carefully. In 2005, which 74-year-old actor, who's now 90, became the oldest person to win a Best Director Oscar? So in 2005, which 74-year-old actor, now 90, became the oldest person to win a Best Director Oscar? And it was a good film as well. And finally, question number 10. Which TV sitcom was set in the fictional seaside town of Warmington-on-Sea? So which TV sitcom was set in the fictional seaside town of Warmington-on-Sea? Sounds good enough to be a real place, that. And there we have it. There are your 10 tricky questions on films or TV. Not much TV, but more film than anything else, but never mind. Finally an answer I know. Excellent. Yeah, that was a slightly easier one at the end there, I'm sure. You'll know some of these, Michelle, don't give me that. Right then, let's quickly whip through the answers to that round, because again, there's not much working out. It's the kind of thing you know, or you don't, I suppose. So here we go, TV and films based on the novel by Yann Martel. Which animal features on the theatrical release poster of the film Life on Pikes, also on the front cover of the book? It's a tiger, of course, a tiger. I haven't even put the answer in. Question number 2, who played Khan, the genetically engineered superhuman from Star Trek Into Darkness? That was Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch, well done if you got that. Number 3, which person who died in 1966 has won more Oscars than any other person in history? That's Walt Disney, of course. Walt Disney, he won with 26 Oscars, 4 of which were, what do they call, special awards or something, I don't know. But never mind, he's won 26, which was clearly a world record. Question number 4, what make of car was Lady Penelope's main mode of transport? That was a Rolls Royce. Number 5, of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine, is a quote from which famous film? That's Casablanca. Number 6, what was the surname of the brothers Rock and Gravel who drove the Bouldermobile in wacky races? They were known as the Slag Brothers, Number 7, of course, it was Spitting Image, that television puppet show that's just come back for its 19th series. Number 8, you don't get to 500 million friends without making a few enemies was the tagline for the film The Social Network. Cool, clearly, obviously, about Facebook, I suppose. And number 9, in 2005, which 74-year-old actor, who's now 90, became the oldest person to win a Best Director Oscar. Well, he won it for directing the film $1 Million Baby, which, of course, was Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood, well done if you got that. On the TV sitcom I was after was, of course, Dad's Army. So well done if you got that as well. Right, let's see some scores and see how you've all fared after that. Pretty straightforward round. 1 or 2 tricky ones there, but there's some easy ones as well. So here we go. We have Home Alone 6 on 36 points. Well played them. Sarah's on 32. We've got Steve Farnan on 35 points. We've got Martin Davis on 31. We've got Mike Yates on 35. Don Quixote on 36 points. We've got Michelle on 36 points. The Famous Five are on 37. We've got the Yorkies on 22. Well played them. Matthew Blood and the PRS are on 39. The Ridgeways are now on 34 points. Leslie Barrett bombed on that round on 33 points. Graham Given on 31. Jill Hughes on 33. Footy Fox 86 on 25 points. Andrew Lewis is on 31. Ann Anderson's on 36. Split the difference. 40 points. Pinion Perky are on 33. Pigamix are on 35. Team UK US have a full house, 40 points. Well played them. Paula Lewis and the Quizzy Rascals are on 39. Another great score. And Squeaky Pobs on 34 points. So we've got 2 teams at the moment. Still not dropped a point. Now that is not going to end up like that, because the last round, of course, is always one to sort the wheat from the chaff, so to speak. So here we go then. Round number 5 is an initial letter link. There are 10 questions on general knowledge, where the answer to the final question can be spelt out by rearranging the first letters of the first 9 answers. Right then, here we go. Question number 1. Think carefully about this one. Which 2 bones of the human body are situated at the sides and base of the skull? About here somewhere. So which 2 bones of the human body are situated at the sides and base of the skull? Oh, Manchester Mod's on 31. Well played, Manchester Mod. So where are you? You're playing from Uist at the moment, are you? Or are you playing from Manchester? Uist won't be on lockdown. Manchester's probably on lockdown. That's probably why it's got to Uist. Don't blame him. Never mind. So, question 1 again. Which 2 bones of the human body are situated at the sides and base of the skull? Question number 2. Reaching number 2 in the UK album charts in 1984, Diamond Life was the debut album for which English band formed in London in 1982? One-word answer. So, reaching number 2 in the UK album charts in 1984, Diamond Life was the debut album for which English band formed in London in 1982. We used to use it a lot in the hi-fi shop for demonstration purposes. Apparently. Yes, it is. Just double checking. Question number 3. What one word can precede the words code, engineering, and fingerprint? So question number 3. What one word can precede the words code, engineering, and fingerprint? I've had some good beer tonight. We started off with the Amber Ale. This was from Harper's, that well-known brewery from Aldi. Round number 2, we saw the Dark Mild, a very light beer. Well, very dark beer, actually, but what I meant was light in gravity, only 3.2%. Now we're testing out the Scarlet Macaw from Oakham's, a very fine ale. Can't go wrong with that one, he says knowingly. Manchester Mod says we're on our jollies, so you're in Uist on your jollies. Fair enough. Have you found any pubs around there or what? You managed to get a decent signal. Right, question number 4, listen carefully. What one word is derived from the Greek words meaning star and sailor? So what one word is derived from the Greek words meaning star and sailor? That can't be too hard. I'm sure you work that out, I'm sure. Ooh, yeah, it's gone a bit funny. Right, question number 5. Referring to the traditional breakfast once served there, doing what is a British slang term for serving time in prison? So referring to the traditional breakfast once served there, doing what is a British slang term for serving time in prison? Question number 6 is one for you. Again, serious quizzes. All quiz teams need to know this one. Built in 1885 and generally considered to be the world's first skyscraper, in which American city would you find the home insurance building? So question 6 again. Built in 1885 and generally considered to be the world's first skyscraper, in which American city would you find the home insurance building? Right then, question number 7, listen carefully. Also the name of a BBC TV channel for Scottish Gaelic speakers. What is the Gaelic name for Scotland? So also the name of a BBC TV channel for Scottish Gaelic speakers. What is the Gaelic name for Scotland? Of course, if you're up in Uist, you might know this one. Oh, you might do, might not do. You might be watching it. Has the whirring noise settled down, Sif or Robin, or is it still whirring away? Well, what I thought was a fan noise, but apparently it comes and goes, the whooshing noise, I don't know. It is more likely to be just a connected thing, I suppose. Still feedback. Still crops up intermittently. It may be something to do with the speaker volume. It whirs every week. No. It was doing it as you spoke. I wonder whether I've got the microphone too loud. Do I appear to be too loud or something? Right, question number 8. Question number 8. I nearly got up to 9 there, but not quite. In which month do people in the United Kingdom put their clocks back by 1 hour? So in which month do people in the United Kingdom put their clocks back by 1 hour? It's not your mic, it's random. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't hear myself. Perhaps I should be wearing headphones and listen to myself as I'm broadcasting. Then I might be able to hear the noise you're on about. I clearly need to set up a second device to make sure I've always got a backup device to do the quiz on. Dear God. We nearly got the wife's iPad working, but I never couldn't quite get it sorted in time. Question number 9. What name is given to the 1,900 square kilometer wetland and national park on the southern tip of the US state of Florida? So question 9 again. What name is given to the 1,900 square kilometer wetland and national park on the southern tip of the US state of Florida? Oh dear, must be catching COVID. Be careful here. No, don't say that. And finally, question number 10. Listen carefully, because this might sort it all out for you. The first letters of the first words in the previous 9 answers can be rearranged to spell what word? A word that has its origins in the book of Leviticus in the Bible, when a particular type of animal was sent into the desert bearing the sins of the community. That's an interesting one. God knows. So the first letters of the first words in the previous 9 answers can be rearranged to spell what word? A word that has its origins in the book of Leviticus in the Bible, when a particular type of animal was sent into the desert bearing the sins of the community. The name of that animal appears in that word. Just to help you out a bit. So the name of the animal appears in the word. Well, that was a tricky round. But we'll see. Now, the last round, of course, tonight, the general trivia, is just 10 silly questions where half of them are multiple choice. So I give you the choice and see how you fare. So I'm sorry we started so late tonight, because Christ, it's nearly 9:45 now. So I hope you weren't doing anything better tonight. It's not as if you could have stayed down the pub anyway. Pointless doing a Sunday night quiz at the pub because it will already be closed. Oh dear. At least online we can do the quiz as late as we like, I suppose. Yes, they're nice, weren't they? Were they from Asda? Excellent. Right then, does anybody need any more time? Are you still working this out? Just put in the chat if you'd like a little bit more time to try and work this out. Remember, we're looking for a 9-letter word containing the name of an animal, which would help. Something to do with the Bible as well, which helps because there's not many animals that were used as sacrificial, were there, I suppose, but never mind. So Leslie Sif's just asked for a bit more time, so we'll give him a bit more time. It's such a shame tonight because we had so many people logged on to start the quiz. Well, I think we were breaking new records on a Sunday, and then all of a sudden, of course, nothing happened. But never mind. Could be worse. At least we got it going in the end. I couldn't believe restarting the computer would sort it out, but it clearly did. Very strange indeed. I've been using it all day as well, just left it in idling along mode as you do, you know. Tweaking the quiz as we went this afternoon, whilst I was listening to my mother-in-law going on about something or other. Flu jabs, yeah, she was going on about flu jabs, really. Never mind. Flu jabs. Right, are we about done then, Leslie? Have you got some answers down for everything or something? Or nothing at all? Right then, let's go through the answers to round number 5. Round number 5, here we go then. Which 2 bones of the human body are situated? Nope, I give up, he says. At the sides and base of the skull, they're the temporal bones. The temporal bones. Well done if you got that, because that was tricky. Reaching number 2 in the UK album charts, Diamond Life was the debut album for which English band, which was formed in London in '82? That was Sade or Sade. Sade. Number 3, what one word can precede the words code, engineering and fingerprint? That's genetic. Genetic code, genetic engineering, genetic fingerprint. Number 4. The words meaning star sailor is an astronaut, an astronaut. Number 5, of course, I was after porridge, doing porridge. Oh dear, Lisa's asking me for more time, but it's too late now, Lisa. I'm getting through, sorry. Referring to traditional breakfast once served there, doing what? Was the British slang term for serving time in prison. That was known as porridge. Number 6, built in 1885 and generally considered to be the world's first skyscraper. Which American city would you find the home insurance building? That, of course, is Chicago. Question number 7, also the name of a BBC TV channel for Scottish Gaelic speakers. What is the Gaelic name for Scotland? That's Alba, A-L-B-A, Alba. Well done if you got that. Number 8. In which month do people in the United Kingdom put their clocks back by 1 hour? That's October. Number 9, what name is given to the 1,900 square kilometre wetland and national park on the southern tip of the US state of Florida? That's the Everglades. And finally, number 10, if you rearrange the first letters of the first words in the previous 9 answers, what word, which has its origins in the Bible, means an animal sent into the desert bearing the sins of the community? That was a scapegoat. A scapegoat. Well done if you got that. Very difficult, that. My worst round ever, says Leslie. 3. Oh dear, oh dear. Never mind, we've got some good scores coming in. So Peter Robinson, the famous 5, on 46 points. That's a good score. Pinky and Poker on 32. That's another good score. And Home Alone 6 on 45 points. We've got Sarah on 40 points. We've got Grant Gibbard on 39. Martin Davis is on 40 points. We've got Squeaky Pop on 42. Pick a Mixer on 43. The Yorkers have moved on to a fantastic 27. We've got Steve Barnett on 42. PRS 49 points. Can't get on with that. Michelle Gibbons is on 46. We've got Jill Pugh on 40. We've got Don Quizzuto on 44. We've got Footy Fox 86 on 29. Split the difference now also on 49 points. Adrian Lewis is on 39. We've got Anne Anderson on 42 points. The Ridgeways are now on 39 points. Paula Lewis is also on 49 points. Well played them. Mike Yates is on 44 points. Well played, Mike. Have we any other scores to come in? Yes, we have Team UK USA on a fantastic 50 points. Well played them. Well played them. Now then, the last round, of course, is one that has some very tricky, awkward questions, most of which are half of them are multiple choice tonight, so you can have a guess at them even if you don't know the answers, but we'll see. So this is just a general trivia round to boost your trivia knowledge, even if it's not real knowledge. So, are we ready? Eyes down looking, everybody. Sorry, where have I got to? Yes, right. Eyes down, look. Eyes down, looking. Here we go. Which of the following cartoon characters got married at the oldest age? Now, I'll give you the choice. Was it Bertie Bassett, Mr. Magoo, or Fred Flintstone? So, which of the following cartoon characters got married at the oldest age? I'll give you the choice. Was it Bertie Bassett, Mr. Magoo, or Fred Flintstone? Here's a silly question for you, isn't it? Who's going to know that silly one? Question, all Manchester Mods come in with 36. Well played, Manchester Mod. Question number 2 is an anagram. Fairly straightforward. Gas Profession is an anagram of which long-running BBC Sunday TV show? So the 2 words, Gas Profession, is an anagram of which long-running BBC Sunday TV show? And it's a 3-word answer. Giving it away now. Giving it away. It's obviously not The Sky at Night, is it? Question number 3. This is right up Leslie's street. Leslie Barrett, you'll know this one straight away. What is the only one of the 9 rooms in the board game Cluedo that doesn't have any letters from the word clue in its name? You need to quickly write down all the 9 rooms and then figure it out. So what is the only one of the 9 rooms in the board game Cluedo that doesn't have any letters from the word clue in its name? I thought you'd say that. Come on, Steph, I'll keep telling you. You just need to visually look. Haven't you got photographic memory or something? Couldn't you just look at the board and then look at it once and remember all the rooms and just store it in the back of your head somewhere? You need to come round to my house and play some silly games. It wasn't last night, but last Saturday night, last Saturday, we were playing. What were we playing? We were playing Jenga at 1 o'clock, or 1:30, nearly 2 o'clock, and then we were playing Pop-Up Pirates at 2:30 in the morning. Dear God. Never played it. Never mind. Question number 4 then, listen carefully. Question number 4, used to measure the intensity of an earthquake, what is the highest number used on the Mercalli scale, meaning catastrophic total destruction? So I'm just after a number. So used to measure the intensity of an earthquake, what is the highest number used on the Mercalli scale, meaning catastrophic, total destruction. Catastrophic. Cool. I'd never make a newsreader. Well, I might do if I didn't drink, I suppose. What's that? No. Well, I'm not sure if he can make a newsreader. I don't know. Question number 5. I'm sure you'll get this one. What is the most widely consumed alcoholic drink in the United States? Now, I'll give you the choice. Is it beer, wine, or whiskey? So what is the most widely consumed alcoholic drink in the United States? Again, I'll give you the choice. Is it beer, wine, or whiskey? That's an interesting question. Question number 6. This is one of those daft quiz questions. Bit of a guess, this one. Which of the following lies furthest north? I'll give you the choice. Is it Frankfurt, Land's End, or Prague? I'll put and there, it should be all. So which of the following lies furthest north? I'll give you the choice. Is it Frankfurt, Land's End, or Prague? Now that's a sod of a question, isn't it, really? But never mind. You can have a guess at that one. A guess might make all the difference. And to help you, they're very, very close together. You know which one I'm on about. Stop picking. It's a major city somewhere in Europe. You could probably say the same about Land's End and or Prague. In fact, there's probably 6 Pragues in America. Stop being picky. Question number 7. This is an interesting question. The furcula, I did say furcula, is a bone found in birds and some species of dinosaur. But by what more common name is it usually known? Oh, God, there are 2 Frankfurts in Germany. The big one, the big one. Let's go for the big Frankfurt, not the little one. Which Frankfurt? It's probably half a dozen Frankfurts around the world. Frankfurt am Main. I would think that's the biggest. Yep. Let's go with that one. It was the Frankfurt shown on my map. It's on the same parallel, just about as Land's End. It's that one I'm after. Where's my quiz gone there? I've lost it. Oh, there it is. So did I repeat question number 7 again? The furcula is a bone found in birds and some species of dinosaur, but by what more common name is it usually known? Question number 8. This was a good old quiz question the other night. Oh, it was on the Chase, sorry, this one. In the United Kingdom, what single letter postcode covers the largest population? So in the United Kingdom, what single letter postcode covers the largest population? Again, I'll give you the choice. Is it B, L, or M? There's some good postcodes there, isn't there? Question number 9. I didn't even realise this until the other day, until it was on some programme I watched. Question number 9. In what year were the last summer and winter Olympics held in the same year? Again, because it's multiple choice, I'll give you the choice. Was it 1964, 1984, or 1992? That's an interesting question. I thought they were all been different, but clearly not. So what year were the last summer and winter Olympics held in the same year? I'll give you the choice. Was it 1964, 1984, or 1992? They shifted it, apparently. And finally, question number 10. With a name sounding like a wise army officer, which band had a hit with the song Happy Talk in 1994? So question 10 again. And finally, with a name sounding like a wise army officer, which band had a hit with the song Happy Talk in 1994? You want me to sing it, Robin? What's that? Kevin Keenan Rugby Roticle completed last Wednesday's quiz and scored 60. What was the winning score? I don't know what the winning score was on Wednesday, unfortunately, but never mind. So, Kevin, have you been doing the quiz tonight then? Or did you log in and then couldn't get, anyway? No, in the game, name of God, no. No, I'll just check that, Carol. I will check it. '82. What did I say? Yeah, you're right. The hell? No? Right, I got that completely wrong. 1982. Oh, right. 82. Where did I get that from? Sorry, I got the last question wrong. 1982, apparently, not 94. So well spotted, Carol. Yes, let's just, yes, definitely the 80s. Sorry about that. God knows where that came from, but never mind. A bit of a typo, obviously. Obviously, I was testing you to make sure you were paying attention. So, and finally, with the name sounding like a wise army officer, which band had a hit with the song Happy Talk in 1982? Well done, Carol Ann Jackson, for sorting that one out for us. Kevin said no. Well, we had a real hiccup tonight, Kevin. I don't know whether you signed in earlier, but my sound wasn't working, so we had to start the quiz late, which was such a shame, but never mind. I'll find out who. Well, you should. Yeah, you'll have to let me know who. I'll find out who Wednesday's winners were. I can't say. What? Ray Burns. Right then, everybody. Do we need any more time? Are we still sorting things out? Are we still guessing at everything, or what? There's a few there you'll get, definitely. A few you might not get, but we'll see. Well, it's been an eventful quiz tonight. I'm very, very sorry. We had a technical glitch with quiz number 20 something or other, 28, which was, perhaps we get it, perhaps it happens every so often, you know. It's probably about 3 months ago when we had the last technical hitch, when everybody kept getting kicked off the live feed for some reason and dropping like flies they were, but never mind. Right then, this is the answers to the general trivia round. Do we need any more time? What about Team UK USA? Do you need any more time, or are you happy? Well, you're probably not happy, but no, they're doing all right. Right then, here we go. Nobody's put anything down, so here we go. General trivia. Which of the following cartoon characters got married at the oldest age? I gave you the choice. Was it Bertie Bassett, Mr. Magoo, or Fred Flintstone? It was Bertie Bassett. Bertie Bassett got married at the age of 80, apparently. Blimey. Carol obviously isn't drinking. No, she's getting, no, Carol doesn't. No. It's very abstemious, Carol. Very abstemious. Question number 2. Gas Profession is an anagram of which long-running BBC Sunday TV show? That, of course, was Songs of Praise. Songs of Praise. Yeah, she puts her Coke Zero down after the quiz and then she hits the hard stuff, you know. Question number 3. What is the only one of the 9 rooms in the board game Cluedo that doesn't have any of the letters from the word clue in its name? Of course, that's the dining room. Come on, Sif. You've got to bone up on your Cluedo rooms. Question number 4. That was a tricky one because, of course, everybody's heard of the Richter scale, but there's virtually nobody has heard of the Mercalli scale. Italian physicist, and he came up with a scale which went from number 1 to number 12. And, of course, catastrophic total destruction was 12 on that scale. So well done if you got 12. Number 5, the most widely consumed alcoholic drink in the United States, of course, is beer. They drink more of that than anybody else. Number 6, the answer I was after, of course, was Frankfurt. We kept going on about it, Frankfurt. Now, it's surprising because Prague, Frankfurt, and Land's End are only separated by seconds of arc. So they're virtually all on the same parallel, to be quite honest. The furcula, that bone is better known as the wishbone, of course. The wishbone, which you get in your local chicken. The furcula. Apparently it's a joining of the 2 clavicles or something in birds. So quite interesting. The United Kingdom, what single letter postcode covers the largest population? I gave you the choice. Was it B, L, or M? Presumably that was Birmingham, Liverpool, or Manchester. Well, of course it was Birmingham. So the single B is what I was after for that. Number 9, in what year were the last summer and winter Olympic Games held in the same year? I gave you the choice. 1964, which I remember was Tokyo, 1984, which I can't remember, or 1992. It was 1992, Barcelona in the summer and Albertville in the winter. Both took place in 1992, so well done if you got that. What was the 1984 Olympics? Atlanta? Never mind, somebody's going to tell me. And finally, with a name sounding like a wise army officer, of course, it was Captain Sensible. Captain Sensible I was after the hit Happy Talk in 1982. Right, let's see who tonight's winners are. I'm sorry the quiz has gone on so long. We are not that we're going anywhere, of course. It's just 5 minutes past 10. So, Peter Robinson, Australian with the famous 5 with a fantastic 53 points. Well played then. Pick a mix on 50. Well done. PRS 58 points. That's a great score. Jill Pugh, Jill and Steve. I haven't said hello to you, so hello to Jill and Steve, 46 points. And Steve Farden, Dexter's obviously whipped them into some shape tonight with a fantastic 51. Graham Giverton, 45. I think he's just been picked by the pews. He's going to hate that. Georgia Lambert, 33 for the Yorkies. Well done, the Yorkies. Home Alone 6 on 54 points. Very respectable. Don Quizzotti on 53, well played them. Squeaky Bob on 50. We've got Pinky and Perky on 50. Well played you guys. Marlon Davis says 48. Can't believe 8 in the last round. Well played. As catastrophic as a well-known earthquake scale, 45. Well played. Yes, that particularly well-known earthquake scale. Mike Yates is on 52 points. Well played, Mike. He's closely followed by Ann Anderson, 41. Carol Jackson saying the Ridgeways are on 44. Well, they started off very strongly, but clearly didn't keep it up. But never mind, well played them. Andrew Lewis on 47. Leslie Barrett hangs his head in shame on 43 points. Lisa Lasky, Team UK USA, happy on 59. Our best quiz. Well played, you guys. I think that's a fantastic score. Split the difference on 58 points as well. That's a fantastic score as well. Well played, you guys. We've got Manchester Mod on 35. Footy Fox, 86 on 38 points. Well played them. Michelle's got 54 points. Brilliant effort after technical difficulties. We had a fantastic night since Stan. Good. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And Paul Lewis also 58 points. Well done. So I think, yeah, it's been a bit testing tonight, but never mind. I'm glad you enjoyed the quiz. I think we have out-and-out winners tonight. We have Team UK USA in first place alongside... Oh, I think they are winners tonight, aren't they? PRS. Yeah, they are out-and-out winners tonight. So Team UK USA happy on 59 points. They've said their best quiz ever. So well played, you guys, because yes, that is the first time you've won the quiz, and that's not bad after 56 attempts, I suppose. 56 attempts. Maybe not. Oh, well, no, you haven't, because you only do it on a Sunday, don't you? But that's fantastic. So in second equal, we have split the difference on 58. We have PRS on 58, and we have the Quizzy Rascals all on 58 points. And we have a number of teams very close behind, which I will list in next week's thing. So thanks, everybody. And I hope you've all enjoyed tonight's quiz, even if it's been a bit of a disaster, but never mind. I'm just drinking a bit more Scarlet Macaw. My heart rate's gone down now, so thankfully, because it was a bit of a disaster after tonight's disaster, but never mind. So yes, thanks everybody for bearing with us tonight. I know I was trying to get things fixed while you were just twiddling your thumbs, which isn't much fun, which I can understand. But in the end, I think we got about most of the teams back. Well, we got up to, I think it's about 57, whatever, but we were up about 70, which was a bit of a shame. So there was a few people kind of gave up, which I don't blame them, but never mind. So thanks, Carol. Thanks, everybody else. Let's just go through the list. So thanks, Robin and Chris and Lisa and Georgia and Mike and Andrew and Manchester Mob. And do feel free. We do a quiz every Wednesday night, same time, 8 for 8:15. This time the computer may work again. Now I realise it's not a mistake I made, but it was just a quick reboot of the computer that was needed. What a shame, but never mind. So good night, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed the quiz. We've rattled through it fairly quick, but it is 10 minutes past 10 now, so it's probably time that we lock down for before we get locked down, before we have the police knocking on my door telling us we're still enjoying ourselves far too much. So good night and stay safe, and we'll see you on Wednesday if you fancy doing a quiz then. If not, we'll see you next Sunday. So good night, everybody, and yeah, stay safe. There we have it.